Some news coming in. India on Saturday has invited a major bid to construct one of the country's highest airfields at Nyoma in Ladakh, which is less than 50 kilometers from the line of actual control. Once ready, it's going to be India's answer to rapid infrastructure development by China on its side of the border. This upgraded advanced landing ground will be ready for fighter aircraft operations in 2 years. According to a bid document reviewed by News 18, the project will cost around 214 crores. So this is going to be one big step, certainly as far as our defense project is concerned. But more than that, a counter to the Chinese who are rapidly developing their infrastructure along the line of actual control. So India's strong reply to China, their attempts at advances along the LAC. And remember, the Defence Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh, had recently, in a statement both inside Parliament and even outside, has said that as far as the LAC is concerned, India is no less considered to be at a disadvantage. Aman Sharma, who broke this story, is now joining me on the phone line. So, Aman, this is India's response to China, of course, and also the messaging going in from the government that we are no less.
Exactly. See, Nyoma is a very, very strategic location for the Indian side. It is very, very close to the LAC. We already have an airfield at Nyoma where, Apache helicopters, Chinook heavy lift choppers, Mi-17 helicopters have been landing. But the current upgradation of this airfield is going to happen. The Border Roads Organization was entrusted this job and it has invited a tender finally yesterday. This airfield which is going to come up is going to be almost 2.7 kilometers long, 45 meters wide, enable the landing of fighter aircraft here, which will definitely send a signal that, even near the LAC, we have heightened our operational readiness. And as we know, the Leh airfield is pretty far from here, almost 180 kilometers away from Nyoma. So having a fighter aircraft equipped airfield at Nyoma was very crucial for India to up its capabilities. And given what has been happening in the last 2 years, 2020 Galwan and just earlier, last month, in fact, what happened in Tawang, India is taking no chances. And this is also India's answer to the rapidly being built infrastructure by China on its side of the LAC.
But is it fair to say it's only because of China or as a counter to China, or Aman, it's also because India wants to show to the world that how defense prepared we are?
Exactly. See, Nyoma is anyways, once this airfield is ready, Nyoma is situated at altitude of almost 13,000 feet. It will be one of India's highest airfields. And, also the allied military infrastructure which will come up. India also wants to show the world that it is no less prepared. Over the years, over decades, that has been the bane that on Indian side of the LAC, the infrastructure preparation was very, very poor. This is something, those wrongs are being undone. And this is one of those steps, to build a strategic asset in proximity to the LAC, which can also result in quick movement of both men and material in this sensitive area.
In fact, the Defence Minister recently in Parliament also, Aman, had made this exactly the point that those who think that we are going to be cowed by China are absolutely getting it wrong. Are your sources telling you that there could be similar kind of infrastructure development at sensitive border areas, not just the LOC, but our other border areas as well? Is that a possibility they are looking at?
Yes, absolutely. See, this is one of the steps in the various other infrastructure works which are going on in the LAC, in the various tunnels which are being built. The idea, or various bridges being built, various all-weather roads being built. The idea is to ensure that, men and material in case of an emergency or in case of an emergent kind of a need can move quickly. India does not suffer because of lack of infrastructure on its side of the LAC. And given what all China has done over the last decade, it is very important for India to upgrade infrastructure, and given the continuing tensions, I think a strong signal is being sent by India on the border with the LAC.
Okay, Aman, thank you very, very much for giving those details. So that's the big news which broke early this morning. We're going to shift focus